I'm Sally McPherson, I'm 19, I'm from Whitehaven in Cumbria. I'm studying my A-levels at the moment. I'm doing psychology and double health and social care. I'm a normal teenager. I like shopping, hanging out with my friends and music, and I love drawing. You wouldn't know it, but for the last 11 years I've been suffering from anorexia. I'm now in recovery, but it's been quite a hard illness. It's almost like having something else inside of you. It's like having a different voice. And it's really hard to distinguish what's right and wrong. Food in general is really scary. It's like your biggest fear. It scares the life out of you.
Eating disorders are very poorly understood. They're poorly understood and not recognised by the general population, but also there's not an awful lot of awareness out there for GPs. We are getting people presenting at younger and younger ages. For myself, the youngest individual I've dealt with was 8 years old.
My ITV FIxers project is to raise awareness about eating disorders in the North West and Cumbria especially, as there's so little information and support for those who suffer with it. I plan to do this by creating a book on eating disorders for the younger age range, mainly 11 to 12. I've got a few ideas. I'm having a meeting with ITV FIxers to work on my book. That one's just to show that those that think models that they see don't have eating disorders, they're just like that. It's to prove it's not true. They probably do have eating disorders and they don't feel the way that they portray themselves.
Katie, I'm with Sally.
We're going to talk to author Katie Metcalf, who's published 2 books on anorexia.
I think Sally's book sounds absolutely fantastic. It's something that I think would benefit not only anorexics but also their families and their friends as well. I think a book that's kind of got artwork and poetry and stories as well as Sally's experience. I think she's got to write from her heart and write a book that she would want to read, write a book that she would find useful.
When I've finished publishing my book, I'd like to take it to schools, even teachers in citizenship or PSHE.
My friends always say that they're going on a diet, but they're not even overweight.
I just feel as if I should be slimmer, and it makes me feel more self-conscious.
The average age range is mid to late teens, but it's finding now 11 to 12-year-olds, so your age group, are getting more and more eating disorders. There's people that have had a lot younger. I was 8 when I had started with mine. So the age range is getting lower and lower, which is quite scary.
Be good to know more about it, because be able to see if someone's got it and help them, because you'd know what it is.
I think if the book comes from an individual who's suffered with anorexia, then it has more of an impact, as the person can share emotions and feelings related to the illness that others can relate to. I really hope if people identify with my book that they'll be able to seek help and just to know that they're not on their own with this illness.